Genie grind and watch him get rich, huh? Remember when I said I hit a lick, huh? I don't really wanna fuck the bitch, what? Willie went and made another hit, okay, like Prada on my motherfucking kid, huh? Louis on my motherfucking hip, huh? Curry how I dunk, no switch, hey, fucker gonna fuck that bitch, hey, if you ain't gon' fuck with me, you a dumb fuck, put up a hit up, I feel like one punch, look at my bank and I'm getting dumb rich, and I'm gonna count it up till 100,
Hello, we are continuing What If Deku Was Cursed to Toga, Season 3, Part 3? Yeah, Part 3. Deku walks through the halls, admiring each of the lovely shops that she took him to. It seemed that she frequented this place more than him, and that he was simply falling behind the times. Well, after all, I hadn't come outside my house in almost 3 days. Oh, you mean mansion, don't you? Right, mansion. Wait, how do you know? What's to say I haven't been watching you? Of course you have. You're always a creep like that. She's like, come on, I know you still love me, come on. We have one more shop to get to. He's like, my arms, they are rotting. My body, it is melting. I can't go much further. She's like, come on, Dramino, come on. We still gotta get to this one last place, alright? Don't quit on me now. Whatever, I'll go in myself. You hang out here, lazy ass. I'll get you something nice. Just thank me later for that bomber shirt, alright? You can have it for now. He looks down, feeling up the brown leather. Each of its pockets sealed with a zipper on each of its holes. It's very stylish, I guess. It fit him perfectly, almost like she knew his exact measurements, since she was the one that talked to the people. God damn it. How did I let myself be tricked into loving her again? No, I don't love her. I can't love her. How can I possibly? And then... petty fools, coming here just to get your expenses and child labor made shoes and designer clothing. I'll kill you all before you're able to enslave another child. As he's like, this villain suddenly attacks them all as they burst through one of the stores that Deku just went through. Maybe Abercrombie, the place that he got the jacket from. He starts walking towards them as the tiles under them start to crack under their feet. Clearly, they were no normal enemy. They were able to defeat 2 heroes back there, as they had made their way here, as said by one of the minions. The other one squeamish, and the other arrogant. They resembled gargoyles. One mostly red, and the other about a little pink color. Gary, you go first. I'll take care of this supposed. As in, he gets his face grabbed and held up into the air, as he had once done to a certain reporter. As you know, Gary is like, "Holy shit!" and like stabs Deku with the spear. However, Deku just grabs it with his hand, allowing the spear to go straight through his hand. However, he grabs onto his hand, and breaks the spear with his hand inside of it, shredding the freaking wood and just exploding his hand with blood splattering everywhere onto the ground. The gargoyle looks down to see his crumpled stone-like hand just crumpled into paper almost. He looks up to get his face to get hit by the body of the other gargoyle. A large clank sound, and they go flying into one of the pillars, completely knocking it down and bringing rubble that smashes on top of both of them. He looks forward to see the main gargoyle. Gargane. How did you escape jail now? Oh! It's you, Deku! It's been a while. As Gargane is about 11 feet tall, has fire for eyes, and uses a gigantic club usually. However, he swapped it out for a money bag for this time. He was rigging the mall. I was going to rig this mall with explosions, however, you came right to me. Oh, this is going to be fun, no, Deku. As then Deku's like, He's like, you see, Deku, I have rigged this whole mall. He's like, done that before. What? I'm saying that other villains have done that before. Actually, I was just with one that had done the same exact thing about a year ago. But this time it's different. I am a strong villain. I'm not even gonna lie. I can one-shot you, bro. I mean, I have threatened this world. You're just an oversized pile of rocks. As, you know, Gargan is just like, well, wait, where are my men? As then, you know, they just pop out from the rubble. Gary's just like, huh, where did Tom go? Oh, shit! As Tom had his jaw ripped off and crumpled into nothing but a pile of, just a rock. As, you know, Tom is completely knocked out, the red one, from the rubble. As he's like, you bastard! And then he starts to, like, suck in the other gargoyle as he collects all the power from the other minion. And charges at Deku with rage. Deku just looks back at him and is just like, and then like this spear is chucked straight towards Deku, who then, you know, is of course hit a few times on his cheeks, you know, scarring him up a little bit as he's forced to retreat farther and farther into one of the things as he uses different shirts as deflecting obstacles to reflect the spear into the wall. Once it's into the wall, he kicks the spear out of the hand of the gargoyle, which then the gargoyle grabs onto his leg and throws him up into the ceiling. With his head lodged into the ceiling, he can't do much, as then it brings him back down, slapping him onto his back, cracking the ground under it, personally collapsing most of the floor. The floor under him, however, stays still, as all the rest crumbles around them, leaving just stepping stones for Gargoyle, for Gary. Enraged Gary, I guess. And Deku, as he's like, you killed him! You killed him without a single thought! Now I'll take your leg, and then I'll take your soul, as Deku's like, no, you won't be doing that. As he just, like flicks the blood off of his chin, off of his cheek, from the stabs that he had gotten, onto the eyes of, you know, of Gary, blinding him temporarily, which then he uses to kick in the stomach, which permanently lodges Deku's leg inside of him, shooting them across the room and slamming into the opposite wall, which makes them fall into the cavern. This sort of cavern, which was made inside of a mall, now was just puffed up smoke and different stuff, as, you know, Gary is not heard of from again. However, Deku emerges from the rubble, kind of just flicking off all of the dust, saying, oh, that was certainly eventful. I haven't had a fight like that in a while, as he cracks his neck, and then looks down to see his leg lodged inside of Gary's stomach. As he tries to move it slightly, however, finds himself unable to dislodge his leg from the stomach of Gary. Deku just kind of looks up from Gary's body, just like, well then, this is awkward. And then, you know, Gargan just starts waltzing down, being like, I should realistically be thanking you. You killed off both of my supporters, and in a row, too. If you killed both of them, I couldn't have harvested their souls any faster. As Gargan breathes in as slowly as he can, sucking up all of the, you know, souls and life from Gary, as he's like, I sense a boss fight coming, as he just goes, he just starts making really weird noises as his stone starts to crumble and he starts to grow 15 feet, 20 feet until his head almost reaches the top of the building. Deku says, maybe we should take this outside, and then is just bitch slapped by a gigantic fist, which almost encompasses half of his body, as the fist slams him across the field, out into the middle of nowhere, as Gargan, shouts and roars, echoing across the distance as he's now inside this field, right next to him a forest, and to the back of him sort of a mountainous region, as the rest of it is simply just city. He must keep Gargan here, at least for the other heroes to get here. Looks like I found my match, as he looks down to see some blood on his hand. That actually took some blood from me. Finally, a good fight. As Gargan's roar, echoes across the place, Gargan looks down from the sky and down onto Deku. Now Gargan, about 50 feet tall, sprouts gigantic wings made from stone. Each of the webbings made from actual webbing, like spider webbing. As he starts to fly over the distance, grabbing into the ground, upheaving it, causing a massive earthquake. Missing Deku, however, and smashing into the mountain, which slashes the mountain in half. This mountain, or should I say a mountain range, was almost split in half, causing there to be 2 mountain ranges now. Gargan reels from the pain of using this power of, encompassing this much distance with just one attack. As you can see, the scratches on the tips of the fingers of Gargan, the massive arm encompassing half of Gargan, as he recomposes the arm back into his original body. Deku starts to take notes. So you use your body as a sort of way to enhance your strikes for single hits. Interesting. And then he's like, hush, as he throws like three of his rocks at Deku, but all of them missing, however, as then Deku goes in for a strike, trying to hit the inner softer layer of Gargan. However, before he's able to strike at the meaty center, the rocks come back to where they were, crushing Deku under them. These massive rocks, boulders almost, crushing Deku underneath their weight. He actually starts to feel pain. His lungs start to become encompassed, and he's unable to breathe at this point. He's almost being crushed fully by these. However, I can't let go. If I'm late to our date, she'll never forgive me! As then he just and fires off the boulder straight into the face of Gargan, hitting him in the face. This takes off a lot of the layers of rocks hiding Gargan's face, revealing a soft spot underneath. Deku launches out from the soft spot he was just punching at, and straight at Gargan's face. However, Gargan reacts too fast. This massive boulder man was quite speedy for a man made out of rocks, and is kind of opens up his mouth, trying to eat Deku. However, he stops right before the teeth, but is still inside of the teeth, as Gargan starts to try to, eat him alive. He's inside of the mouth, trying to find a way out. However, Gargan is not exactly making it easy. He looks out to the mountain as Deku starts to punch the inside of his mouth, hurting him quite a lot. He looks to the mountain in distress, as he sprouts his wings once more, sacrificing some of his arm muscle to do it. He starts to enlarge his mouth to try to contain Deku inside of it, as he flies over to a massive volcano that was most likely very far away, but submerged, as he had used a drill made from rocks. As he submerges all the way down there, he starts to eat lava as he goes along it, maximizing his wings potential, and also putting drills into his hands to make sure that he can continue along this rocky lava path. However, Deku was inside, burning alive. He was in a real a tough spot. He'll admit that. But I've come out of much worse! As, he grabs onto the tongue and pulls as hard as he can, pulling it over to the lava itself, as Gargan stops in the middle of his tracks, using all of his power to try to bring back his tongue. However, Deku starts to infuse his body with the fire. As the fire that was cooking inside of Gargan's mouth like a kettle, steam started to be produced, fueling Deku's quirk, the fire that burns deep within inside of him. If I'm late, it's your problem! As then he shoves the tongue of Gargan into the lava, sufficiently burning off his tongue. Gargan is so hurt from this, he explodes out from the top of the lava, making it erupt, causing the surrounding forest to become, sieged with lava, as, what volcanoes do. Gargan falls down onto a ledge near one of these, also actually quite near the mall, in any direction that he had noticed. Crashing down right next to the mall, Deku hops out the mouth of Gargan as he opens up and lava starts to spill out. Deku makes sure that the lava, while he's knocked out of just sheer feeling pain, like that was enough pain to knock him out. I mean, after all, he was made out of rock. He has not felt pain like this before. When he opens up his mouth, Deku comes out, currently almost burned alive, and that was quite the sauna, he'll say that for sure. The lava seeps down from the lips of Gargan and goes dribbling down into his core, burning the inside of Gargan from the inside out, coursing through the rock of Gargan. Deku just kind of sits there. Has it really been 3 years since I saw her again? God damn. Things were so much more simple then. Now she's got all these villains hunting her. I better get going before she gets mad. As he walks back in, a few of the heroes get on the scene, mostly contaminating the surrounding area. And of course, Hydrant Man. Introducing Hydrant Man. Deku, however, was very, very far away from the hospital. I mean, from the freaking, mall. So he kind of needed a pick-me-up because, he had almost gotten fried alive. He'd rather not run, a few miles to get to the mall. So he calls an old friend, Helicopter Man. All right, he just gets into the helicopter and he's like, "Long time no see." No having sex in here, right? Yeah, dude, totally. You need to promise me that you won't do that again. I went to therapy, okay, man? I can't take it no more. I might just get rid of my helicopter in the first place. Okay, I get it. I won't do the naughty in here, okay? You good? Yeah, I'm fine. As he returns back to the wheel, just like shuddering as he's like, "You did it, Tom. You did it." Oh, did you say Tom? Oh, nothing. I am Helicopter Man. I am only Helicopter Man. As he flies off and touches down in front of the mall. As one of the, he actually asked one of the heroes, Recovery Girl, that can shift time back, and Uraraka that can also levitate everything so that it goes in a fairer process. Uraraka by this point is a very successful hero, in reparations at least. she's able to, well, make any blocks lift. So she's able to take care of danger scenes much better than anybody else, really. Able to save anybody from, ruckus or anything like that. Stop natural disasters from happening. She even stopped some of the boulders from reaching any of the people. Most likely upheaving land, stopping the lava from flowing anywhere else. However, Deku wants her for a more selfish reason and brings her to the mall with him. And they quickly repair everything within, what was that? Like 20 minutes? As he walks back in to the mall, looking like shit, and the jacket all destroyed, he walks back up the escalator as, he's instantly inside of one of the stores that is like, holy shit, you saved us. Thank you. As he's like, anything, please, we can give you anything you want. What's your most expensive bomber jacket? Oh, and then he gets this black bomber jacket back that was torn before from the lava, of course. This bomber jacket, though, this time was higher quality and provided defensive. It was more for hero sort of off duty, and he loved it. It was quite the comforting thing, one that he didn't get with Toga. He walks back outside of waiting for Toga, where he was originally from almost the start of this, and she walks out saying, all right, I'm done. By the way, what was the noises out here? Did you get in a fight? Oh, you rascal. You could say that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.